Hi, I'm Dan, the Install Guide, and I'd like to welcome you to the Gemini double-face tape install demo.
For this installation demonstration, we will use double-face tape to install flat-cut letters. For the most part, you can install nearly any flat-cut plastic letter with a good double-face tape. The key to double-face tape install success begins by having the letters properly cleaned and prepped before adhering the tape. For this demonstration, we will be using a 3M VHB double-face tape. VHB tape at around 25 mils thick will enable you to install on nearly any interior wall. Thinner tapes are available, but it really limits your bonding strength if the surface is not totally flat and smooth. Apply even and solid pressure to the tape. One consideration with double-face tape is to whether you need partial or full tape coverage on the letter backs. As a general guide, full coverage is not really needed in most installations. Should the letters be small in an interior install where you can see the returns close up, then you may want to have full coverage. If you have larger letters, I would recommend partial tape coverage and then an adhesive such as epoxy to really hold the letters when set. Using double-face tape in an exterior application is really not recommended. For this installation demonstration, we will install flat acrylic letters with pre-applied double-face tape onto an interior flat drywall surface using a stencil guide. A stencil guide is a full-size laser cutout of your letters in heavy white paper. The letters on the stencil guide are aligned per artwork, or they are properly aligned, kerned, and spaced on a computer. The stencil guide is then laser cut to produce a full stencil cutout.
Before mounting any letters, make sure you have the proper tools, permits, and equipment. Plan ahead.
Double-face tape installs require a level, tape measure, masking tape, stencil guide, and your letters. It is always a good practice to clean and prepare your mounting surface before starting any installation. Based on the letter size, weight, and mounting surface, you may also need some adhesive to accompany the tape. Always match your adhesive to the material and type of mounting surface. As an example, a plain acrylic letter should never be installed flat onto a wall with just silicone. Always consult with an adhesive expert or companies such as IPS or 3M for recommendations. Equipment requirements for your letter mounting will be based on where your letters are being installed. Will you need a ladder, 2 ladders, a scaffold, or even a lift? Just plan ahead on this to know exactly what is required to complete your entire project. Another good practice is to double check exactly where your letters need to be installed. Many installers have an approval drawing showing the install, and some have a sign-off approval form from the owner or landlord. Lastly, make sure you've attained any required permits. Always check out any local sign codes and building and sign restrictions. So, all the prepping and planning is done, and you are ready to install. Double-face tape and the stencil guide really do make your flat letter installs easier with these 5 easy steps. Make it a good practice to always clean and prepare your mounting surface. When using double-face tape, the surface needs to be flat, dry, and dust-free. Now you can lay out, align, level, and properly secure your stencil guide to the flat wall. Do a final check of the copy. Is the spelling, spacing, and kerning okay? Check twice, install once.
The beauty of this install is that we will not need any adhesive or extra masking tape to hold the letter in place.
Working from first to last letter, I will insert my letters into the stencil guide cutouts. With small letters such as these, I am fitting my letters like a puzzle. I will make sure that I only lightly set the tape to the wall to make sure they're straight. The smaller the letter, the more sensitive they are to moving ever slightly and then not being straight. I will work from left to right in my copy, leaving any masking on the letters until I've finished my install. After inserting all of my letters, I will then remove the stencil guide and do a final visual on the entire set. Again, is everything spelled right, aligned, level, and okay? Now you can do some minor adjustments on any letter that may appear slightly crooked. Once all letters are set, now I need to set my tape. I will do this by pressing the letter faces with a good strong push. Many tape companies like 3M recommend at least 30 to 50 pounds of force to properly set the tape. As long as you don't press too hard onto a wall like drywall, make sure you set the tape. A good double-faced tape will hold far more weight than any small plastic letter. Once your letters are set, now you can remove the protective letter masking. Use care to not scratch your letters. Most masking can be released with your fingernail. Lastly, clean off any letters that you may have touched. Don't use any chemicals to clean, as they will degloss the plastic. Just use warm water and a mild soap.
We hope you benefited from this Gemini double-faced tape install demo. Signing off, Dan the Install Guy.